Welcome back to the Student Pages podcast. Very good to be here. Very happy to have Jaguar at the other end of this very long desk. How are you doing, Jaguar?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm all right. Jaguar, you are a DJ.
Mm-hmm.
You have your own show. You have Represent Radio. You're a DJ on BBC, introducing a BBC Radio 1, and you host the Mix Mag Lab every Friday.
Yes, I do.
You are killing it. You are absolutely killing it. Like,
I'm busy.
Do you feel like?
What can I say?
Do you feel like you're living the dream?
I guess the dream for me is, as a very ambitious person, I guess it is to constantly be busy and to constantly be fulfilling my goals rather than my dreams. So I guess in a way I'm happy with my progress, like especially the last sort of 2-3 years. That's when I started to take things a lot more seriously, and yeah, I'm really content with how it's going at the moment.
Brilliant, because
Yeah.
I live with 3 DJs, right?
Do you?
And they're like techno DJs, and they'll do the odd night here and there, but I have no idea how a DJ is supposed to like break through and get on the radio, man. Like that's crazy. Like, when did you start mixing? Like, what was the process for you to get where you are now?
So I began at uni. I went to uni in Leeds.
Nice.
And I did Leeds Student Radio,
Nice.
which I think is the best student radio station in the world. And yeah, I literally, it was the first thing I wanted to do when I, like in first year when I went to uni. I just really wanted to try radio. I didn't really have any, ambitions with it. Didn't really realise you could even work in radio or what that could lead to. And so did that. Did a Friday night show called Dangerous Jag, where I just played a lot of songs I liked. A lot of it was electronic stuff. I couldn't DJ at that point. And then I did an internship with Radio 1 and 1Extra in my first year of uni, which, again, didn't expect to do. I just applied for it, like, ad hoc, and then ended up doing that, which was sick. And that sort of awakened this drive and this, like, I realised you could get jobs in radio and media. And it just opened a lot of doors for me, like, personally and professionally. And from that, I sort of went back to uni and then just decided to start DJing, started putting on club nights, started to take it a lot more seriously. And yeah, that journey started about 5-6 years ago now.
Damn.
Yeah.
Hey, we love to hear that on the Student Pages
Yeah.
podcast. Uni opens doors,
It does.
people.
It actually does. Like, it really does. It's not even about your degree necessarily. I did an English Lit degree. I'm not going to lie, I did sort of lose interest towards the end because I sort of found what I really wanted to do. And it wasn't about the actual degree, it was about the whole experience. It was about the people I met, the artists I was playing, the self-discovery through radio. It was sick.
Nice.
Yeah.
That sounds like Leeds. See, I'm at UCL, there's no self-discovery. It's just misery and being poor.
What do you study?
I study French and Chinese.
Wow, okay. How's that going?
It's tough. I mean, Chinese is tough.
Yeah.
French. I'm supposed to be going to France in a few days to live there for a year, so I'm kind of scared about that.
Okay.
Chinese is I just forget it all. You just, one day you see a random squiggle and you know what it means, and the next day you're like, why can't they just have an alphabet? You studied English?
Yeah.
See, I applied for English.
Did you? What happened?
They were like, you can do the language that is furthest away from English as possible. That's how much we don't want you to do
Wow,
English.
okay.
How did you find it, English literature? Like, you lost interest?
Well, no, basically I've used this metaphor before. Simile, if we're going to talk about English literature. I would describe my relationship with my degree. It was sort of like a failed marriage by the end. Like, it was still there, and we still had affection for each other, we still touched base, but like I was just moving on and looking elsewhere. And my time was spent literally constantly in the student radio office, like with my friends now, my colleagues. I work alongside a lot of people who I met through student radio back then. And yeah, I was so like focused, like doing a different project like every few weeks, like started putting on nights, started DJing, started putting out mixes, started putting out my shows, like doing as much as possible and building everything. And I don't regret that, because that is literally the foundation to everything that's happening now. And I'm really happy I did an English degree though. Like I have really good friends there. I made through English Lit. I learned a lot. I read I should have read more books, but I read some great books, and I do think the skills I learned, like communication, reading, writing, I write a lot now, sort of more in the journalistic way, but that was a really helpful degree, so I'm glad I did it. But
you were trapped in a loveless marriage.
I was trapped in a loveless marriage. And
you were cheating on English with being a DJ.
Yeah.
Somehow, I don't know what you call that.
Yeah.
But that's great. So when did you first like? Did you ever like have a Dex, or did you like buy one?
Yeah. So what happened? Again, student radio. Can't stop bragging about it. I loved it. That we had decks there, so I used those initially, like just to figure out what it all looked like, you know, how to mix basically. And then I got a tiny Pioneer controller. It was bright blue. My dad was very kind and got me one for Christmas. And that was what I started to learn on, just a little controller, plugs into your laptop. That's how a lot of people start DJing, if you can get your hands on one. And then just learn literally on the job, like house parties. Remember my first gig, I played with my friend Mo. He kind of taught me to DJ. And it was like for this big charity event again at uni, and there was like 800 people there, and I was like, can I even mix yet? But I just gave it a go, and it was fine. And it's like that putting you out of your comfort zone. I think for anything really, but particularly DJing. Once you start actually playing in front of people and break through the fear and just do it with confidence, just have faith in what you're doing, then I think you can sort of start to get somewhere with it.
Yeah. God, see, I'm the only one in my flat that doesn't DJ. We've got a huge decks.
You
in
should
the kitchen.
learn. You've no excuse.
I've tried, but it's like it's their thing now, and I can't get involved. Okay. It's like they're always on the decks. We built the DJ console before we built our kitchen table.
Wow.
So for a while we were eating on the floor, but we were playing some proper tunes. Well, I've got to ask you, like, what's been the proudest moment for you, like so far in your kind of DJing, like broadcasting career?
I guess I think for me a real turning point in everything was actually last year, when I DJ'd at Cafe Mambo for Radio 1 in Ibiza. I DJ'd again this year for them in Ibiza, at Ibiza Rocks, literally a few weeks ago, which was really fun. But last year, I think, for me, felt like a real defining moment, like in my career, and sort of being trusted by Radio 1 to do that as well felt really great. And it's Cafe Mambo, like it's such an iconic place, and it was so beautiful. The sun was shining, there was so many people there, and it just really made me believe in myself a lot more. And like that was sort of last August 2018, and then from that, like a lot of stuff sort of came off the back of that, and it really helped me.
Beefer?
Yeah.
Love that. I thought you were going to say being on BBC Bite Size.
That was great too. That was great too.
Surely that's your greatest achievement, being on BBC Bite Size.
Yep.
I couldn't believe it. What an honour.
Big up Bite Size.
No, of course. No, Cafe Mambo sounds like a much greater achievement. But that was quite funny when I saw you on that.
Well, yeah, I mean, at first I didn't really know what they were filming me for. It was like I was at Glastonbury, working on the introducing stage, and they're like, "Can we film you for this?" They didn't really explain it very well, and maybe I just didn't hear them say bite size. And they made this little film, which was cute, but also actually really, I think would be quite inspiring to any young people who are thinking about getting into music and media. Because again, when I was like, I don't know, 14, 15, I didn't have a clue that these jobs existed, and I think I probably would have got into doing radio a lot sooner if I had been aware.
Fair enough. And when did you come up with your name?
My name?
Yeah, when did you come up with Jaguar?
Birth. It's my actual name.
It's your real name?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, fair enough. Oh, sorry.
It's okay. You'd be surprised most people ask me that question.
Name. Really?
No, it's my real name.
That's a sick name.
Yeah, thanks.
That is just so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, named after the cat, not the car, just so you know. Yeah.
Yeah, that's more classy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, because I was thinking about people come up with DJ names and stuff, and people try and project like their own personality into being a DJ. Like, do you think personality plays a big part in being a DJ? Because I feel like a lot of DJs I know will either they'll take themselves really seriously, or they'll go the other way and be really, really goofy.
Yeah.
There's no like in between. You can't be like a normal person.
Yeah, it's an interesting question. And again, with the way the world's going with like social media and being like a brand for, for whatever you do, you kind of need to think about it. Like, I think personality can play a lot into it. I think if you want to sort of sell yourself in a sense, and I think you kind of do want to reach as many people as possible, so there is a bit of that. And yeah, like, some people are super serious in this scene. I think, and it is, people really care about it. I really care about it. I'm sure you really care about music and the things you're playing and listening to. Like, it is an important thing. But I think when people are like super, like, have you had like techno Twitter, like the people who are on techno Twitter?
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah, they're just really annoying, and like everything is so serious. Someone steps out of line and that's it, they're cancelled. And I think that's just really, like, why would you live your life like that? It's like, at the end of the day, DJing is great and it is fun and makes people happy and it's a whole scene, it's a whole culture. But like, at the end of the day, it is just like playing music. Like, there are more important things in life, I think, like, out there, not belittling what I do or anyone else does, but I think when people are so in their little bubble, it is a bit like, I kind of feel like saying, like, come on, let's just
I feel that. I feel that.
Be humans here.
What is more important to you than DJing? Like, what matters to you?
So for me, like, everything I do, I have sort of a personal mission. So things I'm really passionate about is, equality, like diversity for like genders and people of different backgrounds and ethnicities. Like, everything I do, I want to sort of feed into my like wider narrative, because again, like, DJing, it can be used as a platform to create change. Like a lot of things can, music can, literature can, art can. So that's sort of what I'm trying to do. And even with the lineups I play, I want to live in a world one day where we don't have to talk about gender diversity on lineups. We don't have to talk about all this stuff, which sometimes people probably think, well, why is she banging on about that again? But I think it's necessary in a lot of ways.
Oh, definitely. I like that. Yeah, I like the idea of we don't have to talk about diversity on a lineup, because it's such a big elephant in the room. Like,
yeah.
And you were on a panel recently, weren't you, for Gay Times?
Yes, yeah. So
what was that like?
That was cool. What was that for? That was Pride, London Pride. They did a bunch of stuff. One of them was a panel in London at the W Hotel, and that was, what was it called? How LGBT DJs are challenging the status quo, I think, something like that. And yeah, that was cool. Again, that's really in line with my values. Like, as an LGBT DJ, I think it's important to like use your platform to have a voice for other LGBT people. And again, I think representation in music and of course the wider world is really important. Like, it is so depressing when you look out and it's like a lineup full of like straight white dudes, and it's just like, it's great for them, but in terms of if you want to if you want to like play a lineup or play a club that reflects the world you want to live in, you need to sort of think about including everyone. I think inclusivity is something that's really important to me. And yeah, that panel was sick. It had Luke Howard from Horse Meat Disco on there, and who else was on there? Can't remember, but I learnt a lot on that panel, and it was just really inspiring as well to be around people who do a similar thing to you and sort of learning from the wise owls and also coming up with new ideas. And yeah, I love stuff like that. I think it's really important.
Yeah, it's a similar kind of thing. I'm a comic. We have the same thing on lineups with comedians.
Yeah, sure.
People are very concerned about. Well, people aren't really as concerned as they should be, but people want more diversity on lineups, and it's just such an important thing, because like, just for the sake of variety, like on a lineup in styles, because when you have a lot of the same, when you do have, I mean, I'm speaking as a straight white guy here, but when you do have a lot of straight white guys, it's like there's no variety in what people are saying sometimes. And
I think that's it. I think in order to get a truly, like, what's the word? like I think even just like an interesting format for something, or it's just more interesting to hear from a bunch of different people, and it's I think it's lazy when it's just the same type of person talking about the same sort of thing.
Yeah.
I'm not saying the people in those positions shouldn't be there, and of course do your thing, but it's like the people in charge of curating whatever that may be, a panel or a lineup or a film or whatever, like it just takes a bit more effort to try and reflect the world we live in, I guess.
Yeah, especially when a field is so dominated. Do you feel like DJing is particularly dominated by like straight white guys?
In yes and no. Like I do feel, and I want to have a real positive on this, like I do feel really fortunate that I think now is a really good time to be not a straight white DJ, because I think now there's so many women coming through and female identifying DJs and people of colour coming through, especially at an entry level. Like most of my friends are female DJs, which is great.
That's nice.
And also at a top tier, we do have people now like Black Madonna, Honey Dijon, Nastia, Peggy Goo. Like we have these top tier DJs who are different and are people that I can relate to as a woman, and I do think that's really exciting. But I think for them, the journey has been a lot different, whereas now I feel so fortunate that I can sort of look around and reach out to people and they reach back, and I think there's a really nice network at the moment. So I think it's looking good, yeah.
Fantastic. I love that. I love to hear some positivity looking forward.
I'm a really positive person.
That's great. I get that. I really like that your name is your name on everything is Jaguar worldwide.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be Finlay worldwide. I think that's great. Is that your real surname as well, worldwide?
Sadly not. It's because I'm going to take over the world. So that's why.
You're actually going to take over the world?
Yeah.
How are you going to do that?
It's my long-term goals.
That sounds pretty scary when you put it like that.
No, not like a dictator way. No, I'm just, I think it just, I mean, at the time I was just looking for a URL that wasn't taken, because Jaguar cars literally have every single one, so, and I couldn't just be Jaguar because I'm not going to buy out Jaguar cars. So I went for Jaguar worldwide, but actually, yeah, I'm just it's on a journey, it's a journey to global success, let's call it that.
Love that. Has that Jaguar like car association like bitten you a lot in the past or something?
No, it's just annoying, especially now. I get tagged literally every week in like a car post on Twitter and Instagram. It happens a lot more. I don't know what's happened in the last like few months, but it happens all the time. So I normally reply to people being like, I'm not a car. And I'm like, oh, sorry. Just
would you ever get a Jaguar?
Yeah, I mean, I can't even drive, but when I do learn to drive, I will get a Jaguar, because hopefully one day I'll be able to afford one.
Do American people pronounce your name Jaguar?
Yeah, they do. So I played a gig in Texas, in Austin. I went to South by Southwest, which is a festival out there. And yeah, they all were like, Jaguar, Jaguar. And I was like, what? Sorry? That's fun. It's cute.
Yeah. People pronounce my name. My name's Finlay.
Finlay.
But people, like, the normal is Finlay, right? So people think I'm trying to be difficult because my name is Finlay.
Where's your name from?
It's Scottish,
Is it? Okay.
think, yeah. It's a Scottish name. My name's Finlay Christie. It's just two surnames. Just the most Celtic thing ever. Just two surnames. Like, proper. What's your surname?
I like to give the illusion that I just have one name.
See, I couldn't.
Like Beyonce, Madonna, Jaguar.
But you do have a surname, right? You can't. Keeping it DL.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand. So, other than music, like, what do you like to do in your spare time? So I know that's an annoying question.
It is an annoying question, and so I ask myself this question most days: what do I actually do when I'm not like listening to music, working, finding new stuff? I have actually got back into reading. So it's been a slow process. Again, with the degree, I kind of got didn't really want to read afterwards, just because I did so much at uni. But yeah, I've kind of got back into reading, and I found quite some interesting books that I've been like actually finishing, which again takes a bit of time. I don't know, like I like to go for runs and walks. I like going out for dinner. I don't know if that's a hobby, but I severely like eating new foods.
I like that.
I like travelling.
Yeah.
But yeah, trying new food is like a big thing for me.
What's like your favourite cuisine?
I have a lot. I love fresh seafood because I'm from the Channel Islands, which is, have you heard of like Jersey or Guernsey?
Of course.
Yeah. So I'm from a small island called Alderney, which is near Guernsey. But I grew up there, so I grew up with a lot of seafood, like even just mackerel fishing was a big part of my childhood, and eating like mussels, and yeah, so I love seafood. I love Japanese food. I love Italian food. I love a lot of food, basically.
Right. What was that like growing up on a little island?
Yeah, it was interesting. My dad still lives there, so I go back as often as I can. There's like 2,000 people there.
Wow.
It's very small, but it is cool because when I was younger, when I was like really young, it's just like a really safe, lovely place to, bring up your kids, and there's really nice beaches. I would say the best beaches in the UK, if you want to check out some nice beaches.
You heard it.
Yep.
You heard it here first. I don't think anyone's ever...
Yeah.
I don't think I've
it's a
I've
big
ever
claim.
seen an award.
I know,
like
but no one
Alderney.
knows about it, which is even better.
Sweet.
But the most interesting bit, I think, was quite key to making me who I am was we have all these World War II bunkers built by the Germans when it was occupied back in the day, and we have these little like raves in them called bunker parties.
Oh my God! I was going to let you explain. I was like, this, we had these
yeah, there's
bunkers.
a point to this.
They made me who I am.
Yeah.
My God.
It was always like, oh, the bunker party's happening. And then when I was 14, I snuck out with my friend. We went to a bunker party. They were probably playing like Happy Hardcore. I don't even remember. I drank so much vodka out my little water bottle. But yeah, and so those bunkers were like a really big part of falling in love with like going out and dance music and club culture, really. Those were my first encounters with anything like that. And to this day, I DJ'd a couple in the last few years, which was really special.
That's great. I really want to go to Alderney now.
Yeah, you should.
It's got great beaches.
Yep.
It's got bunker raves.
Yep.
Do you ever have parties on the beaches?
So I used to have like gatherings, but they made this like law that you couldn't play loud music, or I don't know. I was never that adventurous with it.
Like old people beaches.
Yeah, we'd like hang out, but we never had like a proper party on the beach. Back in the day, people did, but the laws and stuff now.
How do you get to and from Alderney?
You can get a very small plane from Southampton.
No way.
To Alderney, yeah.
I see. I'm scared of small planes. I wouldn't do that.
I don't know if you'd like it. It's a bit.
You can get a hovercraft to the.
Isle of Wight.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit further.
Why can't you get a hovercraft?
I wish you could. Honestly, it's so annoying to get to, and it's like, for what it is, it's like a 45-minute flight, and it costs. Like you could, yeah. It's not. Is it worth it?
You can get to Amsterdam.
Yeah, maybe go to Amsterdam.
Wow, that's so interesting. See, I've never met. Did you know everyone on the island?
Yeah, like it's a bit different now because I don't really live there and I haven't for years. But yeah, I recognise that even now I recognise a lot of people. My dad is quite a renowned person there because he used to own the garden centre there, and he has a little gardening business, so he knows everyone. So yeah, it's such a really friendly place, and it's interesting because I had a chat with my friend who's from there the other day, and we were like, imagine our lives if we never left Alderney, and it would have been quite different, I think.
I see it. It makes sense that your dad runs a garden centre because the first thing you did was come in and comment on the foliage on the wall. Is your house full of plants?
Yeah, we've got a lot of flowers, actually. My dad keeps the garden quite nice.
Nice. So then the first time that you were living on the mainland, was that when you went to Leeds?
No.
Okay.
So I came to the mainland for the first time.
I shouldn't have called it that.
No, I was 10.
It's not China.
No, it's not. I was, because the schools aren't amazing in Alderney, so my parents decided to send me to boarding school when I was 10.
Okay.
In sort of Hampshire, Dorset area. So yeah, I'm aware. I didn't just like suddenly move to Leeds, or even now people are like, you live in London now, that's so far from Alderney, and I'm like, no, it's not quite how it happened. So I've been like out and about since I was 10.
Fair enough. Leeds to me is like the ultimate party uni.
Oh yeah.
Like UCL, we have nothing. We have nothing.
But you're
like
in
that.
London. Like,
Yeah.
London's...
People don't want to do stuff. Maybe I just have boring friends, but...
To be fair, I think I applied to UCL. I didn't get an offer. Not even bitter, because I didn't really like the idea of going to London and uni. Uni in London, sorry. I didn't like the idea of that because I always wanted to move to London later on, but it did feel a bit like it was too much. I don't know if you feel that way. I could be wrong. Could be completely wrong.
No, you're completely right. It's different. I feel like there's campus unis and then there's like city unis and then there's London uni, and it's just a completely different thing.
I bet.
It's just like... I can't really slag off UCL, can I?
We love UCL.
Yeah, we stand UCL. We love UCL. I should stop talking nonsense. But lots of people love UCL. But and to be honest, I'm glad I'm in London so I can actually do stuff like. But
No, this.
yeah, exactly. It's not like a uni city. Like
Yeah, but
London.
I would say like Leeds for me was, again, it was so important in my like personal development, and because it is a lot smaller than say London, the scene, especially the like DIY scene there in music, is incredible. There's so many little club nights, little collectives, like there's so much going on there. Even when I go back now, I've graduated like 3 years ago now, but even when I go back now, like things are always progressing or growing. There's so much going on there. It's actually crazy, and I think that's what really excited me about Leeds. And I love going back. I'm going back tomorrow.
Nice. You're doing DJ stuff, aren't you?
Leeds Festival.
Of course.
Yeah.
Oh my
I
god.
know.
So exciting.
Yeah.
What's your favourite? What festivals have you played so far? Like what?
What have I done? What, this year, or what have I done this year? I actually don't know. In fact, I kicked off festival season with Lost and Found, which is Annie Mac's festival in Malta, and that was sick. That was a really good experience because I went to it 2 years ago, had my 22nd birthday in the rave, and then 2 years later this year I did like 4 different sets, like beach parties, pool parties on the main stages, and it was just an amazing experience, and I was so happy to be there, and it also meant a lot because I loved it when I went as a punter, and I don't think I would have imagined playing it 2 years later. So it was special.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Is it your favourite festival?
It's up there. Glastonbury. Oh yeah, Glastonbury has to be like it. It's just one of the best festivals in the world. It's like its own world, isn't it? It's. Have you been?
No, I've never been Glastonbury.
Okay,
No.
it's like its own world. I'm sure people have told you that. Like the sheer
No, I don't want to go.
size of it is
Yeah.
insane, and I did 3 sets there this year, which again were just so much fun. Yeah.
Wicked, man. Do you have a favourite club?
Yes. In London, I love Phonox just because it's really dark and the lights are sick and the sound's sick. And back when Hi did her residency, I'd always go because I do my show at Represent, which is like across the road in Brixton. So then I would just run across to Phonox, and I'd literally go there like every weekend. And it's that club has a lot of lovely memories for me.
I like Phonox.
What's your favourite club?
My favourite club? Oh my god. See, I don't go to clubs that much these days.
Because you're studying.
That's right. Because I'm doing gigs and stuff, and I'm just knackered afterwards. I don't want to go out. And also, it's just London. It's just, oh my god.
Yeah.
Get on the tube.
That's
to go
the thing. Like, it just being here is tiring in London.
Yeah, it's tiring. A journey for a Londoner is nothing. If someone's like, oh, let's go to this thing that's half an hour away, everyone's like, yeah, sure, it's only half an hour away. Anywhere else, that's like, what?
I know, crazy.
There. But maybe Corsica.
Cool.
Is that a basic answer?
No.
Okay,
It's a
cool.
good answer.
See, I don't want to be like, oh, my favourite club in front of a proper DJ, and then secretly you're laughing at me like. So, what advice would you give to my 3 flatmates trying to make it
Okay.
as DJs?
Pressure now. I guess to find out like what you're about as an individual. This is like a life lesson, but also like a professional lesson. Like, what you stand for, what are your values, what is genuinely unique to you. And I would also say, what would I say? I'd say don't be afraid to reach out to people, you know, like they could be someone who's super respected in the industry and you might think, oh, they're never going to want to talk to me, or like, but you never, or you want to send them a track or whatever, just go for it. Like, there's nothing to stop you, and the worst thing that can happen is like someone doesn't reply to your email, or like, you know, you're not going to lose out. It's always worth like having that confidence to
put yourself out there.
Put yourself out there, and I think, I definitely would advise that to people for sure.
Sweet. And to top it off, let's just hit me with what you've been listening to lately.
Oh wow, okay. What do you producers dance music?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there's a duo called Pool Attendant. They're from Cornwall, and I literally was with them earlier, and they're sick. They make like disco-y house stuff. There's a producer. Sorry, I'm a bit snuffly.
Oh, no worries.
There's a producer. She's from Doncaster. She's called India Jordan. She's really, I don't know, I find her productions they're all really different and they're all really exciting.
Nice.
Duo from Leeds called Prosper, who are kind of climbing the ranks of the dance music sort of ladder now. I've known them for a few years. I'm playing with them tomorrow.
Do you know all of these people?
Yeah.
Do you get starstruck like me?
Starstruck? Well, not Prosper. I've known for a while, so no. But like the bigger people, like I've done quite a lot of work with Black Madonna, and when I first met her, I was extremely starstruck. But she's lovely. Like I did a mentor thing with her for Smirnoff, and it was amazing, and she was so helpful. She's so sweet, and even now she's like always there if I need any help or guidance. So
that's nice. Well, fantastic. Well, there's some people to go off and listen to for our listeners. Thank you so much for coming and talking today, Jaguar.
Thank you for having me.